Hello everyone, this is my first time doing this, so hopefully this goes well. Uh, Welcome to my year-end list for the first time in YouTube history. And okay, let's get started. So the first, I have a couple of categories for this one, and the first one is for favorite songs of the year. So I didn't listen to much new music this year, as I often do. I'm usually focus on older stuff, but the stuff that caught my attention a lot, one of them at least, is So Be It by Clips, and I actually have the album, but we'll get to that. Basically, So Be It is the first teaser I've heard from Clips, and it's also the first album I've heard from them, even though they're legendary and all that stuff. But I've heard So Be It because the music video seemed pretty cool, and from the thumbnail I mean, and so I clicked on the video, and immediately it's Pharrell Williams production, one of my favorite producers, and he killed it throughout this entire album. So immediately I got hooked and listened to this song alone, which is my favorite song of the year, for like fucking 8,000 times maybe, I don't know. But yeah, from the strings to the insane sampling from Talal, whatever the fuck his name is. Yeah, amazing song, amazing production. Pusha T is fucking phenomenal. Malice, who I've heard for the first time in this album, is amazing. Also, the music video is a fucking killer. And so, yeah, pretty much a perfect song in my opinion. And the second one, second song on my list is Inglourious Bastards. And this one is kind of a funny bit, because from a lyrical standpoint it's good, no doubt about it. But again, the fucking production by Pharrell Williams, holy fuck, dude. It's like there's a Turning the Tables reaction to it, and I think it was Connor who said that it's a very forward moving beat. And he's so right about it, because it's like pum 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 pum. And again, Pharrell Williams, what the fuck are you doing, man? What the actual fuck? And the third one on my list, it's not technically in a specific order, but I mean, So Be It is my favorite song of the year, so just gotta deal with that. The third mention here is Nueva York by Bad Bunny, and to be honest, it took me quite a while to get into the album, but I mean, even upon first listen, you have this like certain mix on the sound for the first like 10 seconds or so, and then the mixing opens. It literally feels like, yeah, this is like an amazing fucking song. The music video is also really good, and it's also the first, pretty much my first Bad Bunny song I've listened to in full, and we'll talk about the album later on. But yeah, this pretty much got him. This is probably my favorite reggaeton Latino. This is pretty much what I'm trying to say, my favorite reggaeton song of the year, Latino, whatever. So moving on, we are entering the Tyler the Creator territory with Don't You Worry Baby. Now this album, which is not on my list, but whatever, this album is pretty much just Tyler having fun, and from what I've heard, he pretty much just wanted to do this after Homocopia, which was like his biggest statement yet, you can call it. And he just wanted to lighten things up, and he certainly did it with, you have the opening track and then Sugar on My Tongue. But the first song that actually got me into the album, that I actually loved, the first one is, like I said, Don't You Worry Baby, because it features vocals from Madison McFerrin, which is the first time I've heard of her and heard her voice. And I also listened to her recent album, and it's pretty good, but I mean, her feature in this song is kind of immaculate. It's stunning, and also Tyler's production is once again incredible. And we have Ring Ring Ring, which took a while to grow on me, as is the case with many of my favorite songs. But there's just the thing with the Ring 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 is that it kind of feels like a simple song. He even the chorus even says, I know you said not to call you again, but I missed you. But the way Tyler approaches this, the melody and the chords and the production in general is just so nice and inviting and wholesome. Not, I don't know if wholesome is the word, sorry, but just awesome, just happy and joyful and very inviting. And this whole album is pretty much just let's fucking dance, and like he says on the opening fucking song of the album, no sitting still. And moving on, we're entering the Little Sims territory with Thief, which is about her conflict with producer Inflow, which, I mean, I think the general public only knew about it like a little bit after the album came out, or a little bit before. I think around one of the singles came out, there was this big thing about it where she saw. Anyways, the song as a whole is fucking killer, and as an opening track is pretty aggressive. It's not even pretty aggressive, it's just flat out fucking aggressive, because she lays the whole plan out where she basically says, you set me up, you sold me lies, you sold me truth, and she just lashes on the entire fucking track. And it's kind of like, it's insane. Not just her delivery, it's just the production is so fucking boom. It's like, you really feel it. And continuing with the theme, we have Free, which is very much opposed to Thief. Free is, first of all, much lighter on the themes. It's also still dealing with love and hate and accepting yourself, but the thing about Free is that, first of all, it's so much nicer sounding. The production is once again fucking flawless, and also the thing is that with Free you have the second half, which goes back to the whole free thing, and the way Lil Sims plays with it, and it's a thing that I've always kind of loved and have grown to love more and more in recent years, is how is artists, and especially rappers, who use the English language to their advantage. So it's just really fun. It's so fucking awesome, and it's just a joy to listen to. And the other song on my list is Eusexual, the opening from the album Eusexual by FKA Twigs. And to be honest, I guess I could have picked Girl Feels Good, I could have picked Striptease, but there's something about the opening track which just kind of sends you on a journey to discover this album. And I barely listen to electronic music, but this kind of rave dance mishmash of sorts, plenty of people also said influence from Ray of Light by Madonna. It's pretty much my favorite dance album of the year, which doesn't say much since I haven't listened to many new albums this year, and B, many dance albums and electronic ones. But I mean, fuck it, it's my opinion, so I'll just say it. The last song on my list is Generation from Life is Beautiful by The Alchemist and two other rappers which I don't remember the names of, but I'll put them on the screen, so sorry about that. But Generation, pretty much this entire album, Life is Beautiful, is really fun. It's really good for going on walks and walkouts and all that stuff. But like, I could have also picked Colossal, which is pretty much the single from the album, but I mean, Generation is just, it's kind of similar, but it's better in my opinion. So now we have favorite albums, and the first one that we talked about is Let God Sort Them Out, which I just so happen to have the CD, which I like to collect from time to time. And first of all, I love the cover of it, but even regardless of the cover, it's just, like I said, the entire fucking album is so fucking incredible. It's just the mixing is amazing. The production by Pharrell Williams again is phenomenal, and almost every single song hits. Whether it's the opener with The Birds Don't Sing, whether it's POV with Tyler, whether it's like every single song hits here. Like, you have So Far Ahead is amazing, FICO is awesome, Mike Tyson Blow to the Face is epic, Chains and Whips is fucking, like, you know, Kendrick, you know, you've heard of him probably, it's just an amazing song, amazing album. But yeah, amazing songs. And yeah, this is probably my favorite album of the year, and probably my most listened to album of the year. And the second one I have on my list is of course Eusexual. Yeah, this entire album, I've listened to it during walks. It's kind of it's something else, because like music like this I don't hear recently, and I've never heard that. I've never heard many artists who do this kind of music, but holy shit, did FKA Twigs knock it out of the fucking park. And also I'm seeing her in Berlin in, I think it's mid-June, so that should be fucking awesome. Next up we have, of course, Lotus by Lil Sims. I mentioned this before and I'll say it again. This is pretty much like top 3 Lil Sims albums. I also loved Gray Area, I think it's called, which put her kind of on the semi-mainstream map, which I loved. And there's also Simbi, which I own on CD as well. But Lotus, which I also hopefully will get soon on CD, is just fucking amazing. You have Free, you have Thief, you have so many amazing cuts. You have with Abong Jair, I hope I pronounce his name correctly. It's also amazing, and such a great change of pace from No Thank You, which also was a great album and a pretty much a surprise for everyone, since they didn't expect any new music from her after she dropped Simbi, but here we are. And the next one is DTMF, which is obviously the BT Ralmas photos. And I still need to listen to this album a few more times because it is a pretty long one. It's like, I think, 50 minutes or an hour and a few minutes. But again, the thing is that it takes me a while to warm up to albums, unless it's artists I already love, like Kendrick, like Tyler, like Little Sims. And with this album, it's pretty much, I'll say this, it made me wanna go check out his previous releases, mainly Un Verano Sin Ti, I think it's called. And yeah, I'll definitely check it out more. Next up is Dead Channel Sky. And speaking of some of my favorite artists, we have Clipping, which I loved since, I think, since 2022. I think yeah, it was around COVID when they released Say the Name from I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it on the list. And with Dead Channel Sky, again, I haven't listened to it as much as I would have liked, but it's still great. I listened to it like last week, again on my way on the way home on the train. And yeah, you have Dominator, you have so many excellent songs. Clipping is amazing. It doesn't get enough attention because, like, in general, horrorcore isn't as wide a genre as it should be or could be, but alas. Next up we have Sable Fable from Bon Iver. Again, I need to listen to this one more, but it still caught my attention because it's still an amazing and not fun but just great listen. It's just like Speyside. You have so many great songs, and Bon Iver is just one of a kind, you know. Next up is the Cut Stealing soundtrack or official score, whatever you want to call it. So here's the thing. I saw this movie with a friend of mine who loved it way more than I did, and it all started with me noticing that the end credits song is Rabbit Hole by Idols, which I love. And so it got me going to the official soundtrack, and well, do you know, the score itself is also fucking amazing. And again, it's an ongoing theme here that I haven't listened to this album enough, but goddamn, I listened to it at least twice and it's fucking great. And next up we have I Love My Computer by Nina Giraci, which I only discovered like 2 months ago, it was around 1 or 2 months ago, and it was obviously from Fantano, and I got the album on Bandcamp, and goddamn, I mean, God fucking damn, I mean, this is such a fun and exciting album, and it's, what can I say? Holy fuck, it's just, first of all, you have the first song. You have London Song, which is batshit crazy, which is fucking amazing. I love it. It's so energetic and awesome. And then you have iPod Touch, which the lyrics is the most pretty much kind of semi-millennial thing you can hope for and adore. And yeah, that's about it. So next up is favorite discoveries, which is one of my favorite sections in any Wrapped or Erand lists. And the thing is, with me, I like to focus every year on one or two artists that have older catalogs. Like I've listened previously to Björk, I've listened to Radiohead, to Stevie Wonder, and this year I paid special attention to this very indie guy, don't know if you know it, but Eminem. So I've listened to Eminem a lot in my childhood, and I've mainly remembered obviously Stan, obviously Real Slim Shady, obviously Not Afraid, and also Cinderella Man, which wasn't a single, but motherfucker, this song is just so good. And I've never listened to an album of his, like actually going through an album start to finish, and the ones that caught my attention that are worth mentioning are the Eminem Show, which I think pretty much might be my favorite album of his, and I haven't listened to all of his discography just yet. I think the last album I've listened to from him is Recovery, which was also good but has weaker spots. But the Eminem Show pretty much opens with White America, which is pretty much, I think, the most Eminem song ever made. I mean, you could argue that you can argue the point also with Stan and Real Slim Shady and Without Me. The thing with the Eminem Show is just he unleashes like 100% Eminem. It's literally the Eminem Show. He just goes full forward with the Eminem niche, and it pays off so fucking well. And the second one on my list, the second mention, is Relapse, which I don't see many people talk about often, and it's kind of an oddball in his discography because, like, first of all, the album cover is kind of funny. It's both awesome and funny, and second of all, it's kind of a weird and off-kilter vibe. It's kind of just basically Eminem going horrorcore. That's what it is, because you have 3 a.m., you have My Mom, you have Insane, which is fucking hands down one of Eminem's best flows of all time. I'm sorry, but it's fucking true. The way Eminem on the second, I think, verse rhymes pretty much ping pong with his ding dong, it's holy shit, dude, it's fucking amazing. I love it. So yeah, Relapse gets a special mention because it deserves it. And then we have Imaginal Disc by the one and only Magdalena Bay. So here's the thing, I haven't listened to this album a lot last year, and holy shit, I'm struggling with this song. Wait. So Imaginal Disc, I've pretty much been a fan of Magdalena Bay since pretty much I've heard their big hit Secrets, Your Fire, on, I think it was FIFA 2023 or 2024, and pretty much they became a favorite of mine. And then they released Mini Mix Volume 3, which was excellent, and not enough people talk about it. It's an amazing EP or mini album, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And then they released Imaginal Disc, which I've heard now a lot, and at first I didn't really connect with a whole lot, but then it was the track Cry For Me, which I instantly loved because I have a thing for big epic songs that also have key changes and second halves which are completely different from how they begin. And then you have Image, which has become pretty much my main rotation for the past few months. And then you have Fear Sex, which is another fucking amazing song. And you also have, obviously, That's My Flow, which is awesome. But this whole album is pretty much a fun experience, and people are already saying it's a certified classic, and I kind of agree with that. So fuck yeah, let's go. So the next one on my favorite discoveries is Alligator Bites Never Heal by Doechii, which, again, going back to the whole this album doesn't hit me at first theme. I listened to it like, I think it was 2 or 3 times before I actually began to connect with it. And it was kind of a slow progression, because it also was the case with this album in general, because at first people didn't talk about it as much, but then Nissan Altima became the big single, the big hit, and then you have also The Nile is a River, and then you also have Boiled Peanuts, and the album pretty much just feels not necessarily wholly original, but just different and a unique take on hip-hop. And the next one on my list is the song Yes and by Ariana Grande. And here's the thing, I don't listen to Ariana pretty much at all, not because I have anything against her, but because just I don't. And I checked out Eternal Sunshine, I think it was 4 or 5 months ago, and then you have Yes and the track starts with a sample of Madonna, Vogue specifically, and then you see it's produced by Max Martin, and then Ariana just starts to sing, and then the chorus hits, and then you realize, holy fucking shit, this is actually an amazing album, an amazing song. The album itself is good, but yeah, this one song is a highlight for me. Next is Fabiana Palladino, which really not many people talk about, but her self-titled debut album is stunning. And again, I haven't listened to this as much as I would have liked, because just life, but it's still such a cozy and inviting and warm listen. Whether you have Stay With Me Through the Night, whether you have I Can't Dream Anymore, it's just amazing. I recommend everyone check it out. And the next one is Quechua Mine, which again I only listened to like 2 or 3 times this year, but goddamn, this is pretty much the album that got me into Quechua Nada, because I've heard his name kind of tossed around before, but I've listened to this album, album EP kind of, and it's fucking stellar. Next one we have Master of My Make Believe by Santigold, which is pretty ancient. I don't remember when it actually came out. I think around 2006 or 2004, but it's mostly known for Disparate Youth. I hope I said it correctly. And like, this entire album is pretty much amazing. You have the opening track Go, which is in my opinion, better than Desperate Youth. It's amazing. Karen O is a fucking phenomenal. It's so good. Holy shit. And then we have the final section of this video, which is favorite movies. And this year I didn't watch a lot of movies, a lot of like 2025 releases, and so this entire list is basically comprised of my favorite releases I saw this year but didn't come out obviously this year. And the first one on my list is Paris, Texas, which I saw around February, I think, or March. But again, this movie is like, I'll just say this movie pretty much made me wanna rewind to the beginning and watch again. That's not English, but fuck it. I need to rewatch it. I really need to, because it was such a mesmerizing watch, and it's also one of those movies that kind of, once you see the third act, everything else connects, and it is just amazing. I love it. And speaking of movies that are extremely rewarding, I have Funny Games, the original 97 release by Michael Haneke. And what can I say? This is pretty much potentially my favorite movie I saw this year. Obviously that didn't come out this year, but out of everything I saw this year, this is pretty much one of the most memorable experiences I've had. I saw it with my mom, who didn't really like it because it's a certain type of movie. Not everyone is going to love it, but it's not so much that I loved this movie or had fun with it, but because you can't have fun with this movie, but it's just the way that, especially the last 15 minutes, I think, kind of happen, 15 to 20 minutes happen, and you're just in shock because Michael Haneke, this is I think the second movie I've seen from him, apart from Amor, which I need to rewatch. But Funny Games has this insane fuck you quality, obviously directed at American audiences, and the way he plays with the editing and mainly the compositions, because you have like the scene where a woman strips naked, and it's not a spoiler, but I'm not gonna spoil what happens that makes it so amazing. But just how Haneke decides to just stay on that one frame, that one shot, and not let go. It doesn't pan down. It doesn't. Tilt down. It doesn't. He doesn't do anything. It keeps it static, and it's so amazing because you can tell that probably American audiences and mostly teenagers will like, no, I want to see more. I want to see more. But he does like, fuck you. He goes like, no, I know what you want to see, and that's the whole point. I'm not gonna give you what you want to see, and it's really fucking amazing. Holy shit, I need to watch more from this guy. And another one I have on my list is Spotlight, which I own on DVD, and it's basically the only DVD I own because I prefer Blu-rays. But Spotlight I saw shortly after its release, and it blew me the fuck away, and I bought the DVD and saw it again with my mom, and it's pretty much still killer. It's pretty much still a tough watch, and a very infuriating watch, I should say. And yeah, the Catholic Church, fuck yeah to those guys, hell yeah. Next up is a Korean film called Confessions, which is not quite popular, but the fact that I saw it one night, and literally the next night I saw it again because it was so fucking amazing, should tell you pretty much everything about it. And going back to the themes of of movies that once they were fully reveal themselves in the third act, the whole perspective changes. It's a fucking wow. It's like it's incredible. So you have that. I have that. So next up we have The Vanishing, which is, I think, a German or Austrian film by, I forgot this guy's name, but I'll put it on screen. And this is absolutely again the case of a movie that once the last, I think, 5 minutes or 10 minutes happen, your entire perspective on the entire film shifts, and it's pretty much a masterpiece. And my best way going about it is, if it's the most Michael Haneke film he never made, because there's a lot of themes around evil and what would have happened if, and all that stuff. Next up is Wreck. This is pretty much close to being like top 5 horror movies for me, because, okay, first of all, it's an hour 20 minutes, which is insanely short, which doesn't happen these days. Second of all, it's really fast paced. I mean, it, from the first scene, literally from the opening, it just shoots for the target, and then you have the last 5 minutes and last act in general. And next up on my list is Booksmart, which is probably my favorite all-around film of the year. Wait, what didn't say this? Thing is that Booksmart came to me at a perfect time, because I returned home after a work shift, and I wanted the most fun movie ever, and it just so happened that I had a Booksmart on my hard drive, and I put it on, and it's pretty much the most fun and the most joyful experience of the year for me, because it's kind of a semi-modern Superbad. And I say semi-modern because Superbad came out like 2007, 2008, 9ish, and Booksmart is very much similar to this movie, and also similar to The Edge of 17 and all those movies. But Booksmart is, yeah, it's pretty much, in my opinion, a classic alongside Superbad. And next up is The Descent, which I saw with a friend, and goddamn, goddamn, this is pretty fucking amazing. This is such a great horror film, found footage esque. It's not found footage. It's kind of 80% found footage. Not found footage. I'm sorry. It's not found footage at all. It's just, I get it confused because sometimes one of the characters have a video camera, so it kind of feels found footage, but it's not really, because it's very much a studio film. And yeah, it's pretty much has the best jump scares in any movie I saw in recent memory. Next up is the last one of my list, and it is Crazy Stupid Love, which I saw, I think it was 2 days ago actually. And Look, romantic comedies aren't being made as much as they used to, and they aren't as successful as they used to be because times change, mostly because of Marvel and superhero movies. But Crazy Stupid Love is still funny. It still feels modern without being cringe. And look, the amount of memes, the amount of iconic moments, the amount of just look, the fucking cast. You have Steve Carell, you have Joey King, you have Ryan Gosling, you have Emma Stone, you have this amazing fucking cast who do amazing job. They do a stunning fucking job, and yeah, this is how I end this video. Thank you very much, and good fucking night.